The water of champions. Black Raider water. Oh, it's true. You know it is because it came out of my face. Ahem. 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 Me. Ahem. Let's go! Who? Asaltante Oso. That bear you all know. Look, I'm going to show it to you right when we start the show. Subscribe to YouTube if you love a bear, even if you don't. Woo! Often imitated, never duplicated. That fool with no hair that shouts like Ric Flair. Woo! What? Woo! You know. The Raider Bear! Raiders! It don't wash off. This is not a henna. It's no decal. Okay, it's for life. Okay, I'm always wearing Raider colors, no matter what I'm wearing. Okay, sorry, I'm just in a good mood. All right. Alexa! Stop, please. I've decided to not be quite so abusive with her. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Please subscribe to Raider Bear Live, Raider Bear family page. And if you would, consider it on YouTube and Facebook. I appreciate you. Much love. All right, on auction tonight to the contributor of the most stars to this program will go my auto package tonight. Now, first, I'm just throwing in my sweet Raider Bear whiteout patch because I know people love it, and I just want you guys to have one. And then also in the auto package is one of these sweet chrome Raider logos that sticks to your car, 3M, and never comes off. It's really good against the car wash. I've never had one pop off. Okay, and then, you know, honestly, I have another little small surprise that I'm going to throw in there for the winner, too, as well. And if you guys get into a little bidding war and I have someone in second place that's really close, I'll send off, I'll give second place a prize as well. Maybe even third if you guys are really bidding. Because this is dope. I think this is dope. But check this out. This is the most, recent new model of one of these license plates that, you know, specifically are Raider image endorsed by the NFL. And it's got this sweet white metal top, but it's not plastic. It's all metal. And then in it, it's hard to explain, but these are shadows of former players. Some of it looks like people in the audience, like in the background. It's pretty dope. And it fades from the black up, and all of this is black and chrome, and it's just... When my guy reached out, I was like, do you have two? Yes, I did keep one. I won't lie. I'll get more. But damn. Okay. I mean, I'm telling you, the image, the way you're seeing it on the screen doesn't do it justice. I promise you. When you see it in person, it's a whole nother thing. It's dope. So the new Raider auto license plate holder thingy, chrome, awesome. I love saying thingy. With the chrome logo, with the Raider Bear whiteout patch, and, well, you know, I always try to send my little fan card out, you know, because, you know, you guys, how hard you really want this fan card, right? That's what this is really all about. It's so stupid. And and then more importantly, I couldn't believe I found this. I have only one left, but it's one of the coolest patches rolling around out there. It's this little gremlin with a Raider sweater on, giving the peace sign, and with the Wu-Tang flag. And the dope mask he's wearing, like from the Grimace guy from Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyway, there it is. 4 pieces, cool stuff, to the contributor of the most, five, if you count my fan, card. And that counts. 5 things. I swear we're going to talk about football, I swear. All right, so what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you all getting in here. Let me switch over to the comments so we see who did what tonight, and we talk about that, because we always have our medal round that I hope has some females in it, because it always has so many dudes. But we will see shortly, shall we? We shall. Tradish! R8RBEAR Live! First comment, woo! MVP tonight goes to we have an upset tonight. The world heavyweight champion has been kicked out of the number 1 spot tonight by John the Lion Leon. What's up, John? Welcome to the show. Always there for R8RBEAR and just snatching victory from the jaws of the gymster. Second place, my silver medal goes to that moji-making son of a gun, the middleweight champion of the world, Mark Vargas. Mark, looking good. With there being an upset in the gold round, you still defended your silver medal like a champion. I'm impressed on the emojis tonight. Perfect. Third place, my bronze medal goes to the heavyweight champion of the world? Question mark? Down here slumming in the basement. Jim Vanderland, the heavyweight champion of the world tonight, usurped by the young John the Lion Leon, who never takes losses, but it's always dropping L's. Mama Bear, Jim Vanderland, the heavyweight champion of the world, got kicked out of his gold medal tonight. Oh. By John the Lion. You believe that? It was a dirty round. They were just going back and forth. But we have another upset in the Facebook round with the gold medal. Numero uno, El Jefe. Lucky Pace. And on a Monday, no less. Dustin King, we're going to have to start talking about that strap, young man. That heavyweight title looks good around your waist. But Lucky Pace has been disrupting some matches around here. He looks like a legit contender. He's not messing around with a lot of silvers and bronzes. He's up here in the gold medal round now a little bit. So he's going to have to get a chance. Second place, my silver medal. The heavyweight champion of the world, Dustin King. What's up, DK? Welcome to the show. Always there for R8RBEAR, defending the title in the second position, but in third place. A legend in third place, staring from the shadows, just under the bleachers. Josh Russell, the former reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world for like years, okay? So show some respect. He's just drunk and fat right now, and he sleeps on the beaches of Cancun with half-naked women. You're not married, are you? I'm not getting you in trouble, am I? It doesn't matter. We're Raider fans. Don't forgive me. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We're Raider brothers, so he can't hold his grudge against me. All right, you're allowed to be mad at me. Allowed to be mad at me. Allowed to be mad at me. Okay, that's it. Now it's over. Brother, Cardinal, what's up? Okay, so moving forward, look at Mama Bear looking all Dorby. What's up, girl?
I was just saying hello, goodbye.
All right, well, let's get to football then.
Going to go cook.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. Get out. See, when you say that, I want you to leave. Go. Mama Bear making the good goods tonight. Oh, get. All right. Love you. Your nails look awesome. Bye, boys. All right. So what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about our young defensive tackle, Tyree Wilson. Is he a camp trade? Former first-round pick. Tyree Wilson might be out of here. Punt foots it in. I told you that guy was Black Frankenstein. He had no bend. His defensive end skills are... He plays defensive tackle and defensive end like a bar bouncer. He just gets in his stance, he hears the ball snapped, and then he goes, Tyree Wilson! He just... I figured you'd want to see that one more time. No sound effects. But really what he did was in camp, and he's healthier, he's back, he had this time off. There's no more excuses now. He's healthy, he's here. He's working with the big boys, and he's not playing well. And the number one complaint I'm hearing go around is no speed. And it's not that he's not fast. Now, I read a couple of articles about people speaking anonymously on this, and here's what I got for you. His get-off is bad. In other words, it's like, you remember that trick that people used to do where they would go like this. They would hold a dollar bill and they'd say, "When I let it go, close your hand." Oh, and everybody would admit, you couldn't hand-eye coordination. It's difficult. Not that everyone, was bad at it. Some people were able to do it, and so on and so forth. But the point is that's what that skill is hand-to-eye coordination, to see when the ball is snapped or know the cadence and make your move with your teammates when they go. He's terrible. He's and I had one person say, and I'm quoting, he's always last off the ground. In other words, all the defensive linemen explode, and then he does. And that can't be the case if you're already also limited in your with a wide receiver they say a route tree. Okay, a route tree just means how many different branches on that tree does he have? Can he run a post? Can he run a slant? Can he run a go? Can he run a stop and go? Can he run a hook and come back? Can he run the screen? Etc., etc. Each one of those types is a skill set. Tyree Wilson's skill set is he's big, and he's used to being bigger than most guys, and in the NFL, he's not. And so he has to demonstrate some skills on the field as far as using swim moves, attacking their hands, maybe going low, stop and spin back over your other shoulder. He has none of that. None of that. None of that. I can't find any video where I've ever seen Tyree Wilson use technique. And this is not new. I said this when we picked the guy up. I didn't like it. I hoped it would pan out. The foot thing, we saw it with basketball players are where you really learned it, with Yao Ming, Shaq, Charles Barkley, and a few others, quite a few to be honest with you, where they get that kind of like Deion Sanders like turf toe, and you just have pain in your feet. And when you start to have that, it's over, because it's not something you can repair. It's not something you can have surgery for. It's not something a diet or lifting weights is going to improve. The only thing that improves it is rest. And if you keep resting it, it'll get right. But then you think, oh, well, I'll go back to the field. No, you're just re-aggravating it all over again, and you're right back where you started from. So what we have in Tyree Wilson is a guy that's probably going to always aggravate that foot, and he's never going to be a gifted athlete physically. Physical specimen, big, powerful, but athleticism, zero. It's bad. It's just bad. I really thought that he could find his niche by, getting on guys' outside shoulder sometimes and then just giving them an arm bar and giving them a shove. And I'm being serious. It's not an insult. And then to rush right into a guy's chest, get low, and then just bull rush them off the ground and then just ride them back into the quarterback. There's ways that you can be effective if you don't have speed and bend, which are things that make Max Crosby a god. But the things that Max Crosby does, Tyree Wilson can do none of it. You know what I mean? And it's killing him right now in camp. I'm just kidding. I was going to go like, Mama Bear, more sugar, more cream. More. Mike Hendu Henderson, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always good to see you. Chris Strong, what's up? Welcome to the show. Corinna Trujillo, hi, Corinna. Okay, they see Tony Carpenter Evans, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. My good friend Bob Standard in the house. What's up, man? Raiders C-Dub, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. You're funny. Jim Bear! Troy Gill, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Denton Rhodes checking in from Cape Canaveral. Mr. Took Your Soul, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Tanya Carpenter Evans had a great day boating at Lake Tahoe today. Bring the kiddos' summer break to an end. Nice, I love it. Armando Medrano, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Jim Garrison, yo, Raider Bear. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Carlos Maigana, always there for Raider Bear. Love that guy. Let's see. Steeler Val. Hi, Steeler Val. Hi, Tommy. Mr. Raider Bear. Grampy is in Washington, D.C. Oh, no, and he asked for prayer. Mwah. One time for Grampy. I love that guy. Karina, our first bidder. Hello. I'm telling you, I'm hooking up the auto package and patches for your vest. I mean, come on. That's just hard. Ellis Irving, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Okay, so also there was the depth chart, the first depth chart. We have that set now. Also, notice Richie Incognito has been sticking his head around the Raiders. Now, you guys, you've all been Raider fans just as long as me. Some of you more, because you're older than me. So some of you even longer. But we've seen this for a long time. We've seen this a lot. Many pros come to the Raiders because Mark Davis is kind of a cool guy. He doesn't mind if guys come over and just say, hey, you know what? I want to learn how coaches coach. I want to see how much time they spend on certain things. I want to see how do they keep guys working when you're separating everyone. You got running backs over here. You got defensive ends over here. You got linebackers over here. You got safeties, secondary, and nickels. All over there. And then the running backs, or the wide receivers and tight ends over here. How do you do that? How do you decide who gets priority? How do you time those things out? Do you get together with your coaches pre-game, et cetera, et cetera? And they want to go through that kind of crash course. We saw Rich Gannon do it. Quite a few guys go to the Raiders and do that. And even people that weren't on our roster. Remember Megatron of the Lions came to us in the early 2000s and wanted to work for us. And the Lions said, no, your contract doesn't just cover playing football. It covers any aspect of what you might do in the NFL. The Lions are just haters, man. They just the Lions, man. I can't. Even with this run, the Lions are on now with their good coach. I love the Lions coach. The guy looks like he could play right now. I love the intensity. Good looking dude, big. You know what I mean? I love the guy. Love how their football team plays. I got no love for the Lions. I got no love for this run. I think they're going to get shown up because the things they do have been seen now. It's going to be the same thing you see with the Buffalo Bills, the Bengals. If you don't make your run when the team is built and looks like they can do it, guys start to get injured, guys start to get traded, you know what I mean? And, you lose your window. I'm arguing the Buffalo Bills window is closed. And I watch sports shows, I read people online saying that they're right on the cusp of what? They'll do what they always do. They'll get there and then they'll fail. They just are what they are. Dustin King! Appreciate the love on the stars, brother. Bid number 2 or 3, I think, whatever that was. Okay, so moving forward. Tommy Eichenberg and Dylan Laube are having some nice camp plays, nice camp days. It was early on in camp when the two of them really stood out. But Eichenberg is starting to look like the real deal. And when I say the real deal, I mean Tommy Eichenberg's going to see snaps. He's not going to just be a second-level linebacker that gets a play here and there. He's going to see snaps. Now, that'll be in part because, we may see Spillane go down. He got a little dinged up last year. Good grief. Divine Diablo also missed a little bit of time. So let's see. Jack Skelton, I did say it wrong. Ramiro Cashflow Castro. Appreciate you, brother. Steven Shaw, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. I see you there. Oh, so Raider in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. TNBC crew president. What's up, brother? Oh, okay. I'm just seeing people talking here, making sure, because I'm going to go on to my next thing. So next thing basically is this. I like what's happening in camp as far as the quarterback battle. We saw that Aiden O'Connell was getting reports that he was starting to pull away a little bit. He looked like the cleaner quarterback. That was the word that I heard used, that I kind of liked that description. He just plays football. It's not fancy. He doesn't try to scramble and wait till the last minute to throw a Aaron Rodgers, totally pompous and arrogant sort of side flutter pass. I hate when he does that. And he's doing it on purpose, because he doesn't throw the ball that way. He just throws the ball. He's got a lot of wrist motion. He does do that. He's got a lot of wrist motion. But I see him sometimes, he lines a guy up and then kind of goes, like he's Picasso, and he's just throw the ball. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Craig Gilmore! Appreciate the love on the stars, brother. Okay, let's see. David Pell-Kleiber, Mount Rushmore in the house. All right, here we go. Good question coming up. How are the Raiders going to handle the QB1 competition this preseason? I was just getting ready to touch on that, so I appreciate that. Start AOC for a half, then start Uncle Rico next week against the Cowgirls for a half. Yes, that's what's going to happen, but I don't think it's because they don't know what direction they want to go yet. I think they know they want to go with AOC. They know that. Because if you look at both quarterbacks, in my opinion, the one that's vulnerable is Gardner Minshew. Now, it's not that Gardner Minshew can't play, because we also had a report that Gardner Minshew was on the field at practice. I believe this was last Thursday, I believe it was. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact date. But Gardner Minshew stepped back. Thayer Munford came out of his blocks, and Max Crosby blew right by him. He gave him a little stutter step one way, and then he cut inside of him, and Thayer Munford was on skates. So it was beautiful. And Max Crosby got a clean look and just went right in and nailed Gardner Minshew. Now, appropriately. He didn't blast him. He just got there and made sure he went down to the ground without getting hurt. So Gardner Minshew got up. Thayer Munford said sorry. And then both guys kind of went, let's go. And I'm telling you, this is a report I was reading. It's on the Raiders website. So if you want to read it, just go to the Raiders website after the show. You'll be able to find it. But Gardner Minshew got hit. He got up, he looked at the line, and he said, all right, let's go. And he just got real serious, and suddenly his next three drives were touchdown, drive it to the inside the 5, and then he ran it in. So his next 3 drives, they couldn't stop him. And on top of that, he was working with the first and the second team guys. Didn't miss a beat. So he took the first team guys, walked them down the field, touchdown. Then they put in the second string guys. He went, oh, all right, touchdown, does it again. Okay, then gets some sort of mixture of whoever's left in a tomato can with some tuna, and he went right to the 1 and then ran it in. So I feel like AOC is the guy as far as game manager, robotics, isn't going to put the ball in danger. But will he take risks? We want him to take some risks. You have to have a quarterback that's willing to take educated risks. If it's there and it's Devontae Adams, for example, I'm putting the ball up. If it's Brock Bauer or Michael Mayer, both guys whose combat catch stat against defenders, trying to defend against them in the air, and they still come down with the ball, 2 of the highest guys in that category, combat catch. So I'm putting the ball up. I hope he puts the ball up, especially if he wins the starting position. I don't know if he's going to win it, but I hope so. Steven Shaw! I know I don't need your address unless you've moved recently. Karina True! Hello! Same answer. Same joke. I don't need your address either. Joey Rivera, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Don Wally D, I see you there. Tana Moku. I just read that Tyree's been getting pressure, even got a sack. Tana Moku, it's not that he's not making plays. It's that he's how do I say this? I'm trying to be delicate because I personally like Tyree Wilson. I thought that it was kind of disservice to pick him where they did, but that's neither here nor there. It's over. But he can make plays. It's not that he can't make plays, Tanamoku. It's just that what he is won't work in the long term. In other words, he wants to play Hulk smash football. But you have offensive linemen now on every team in the league that are 6'6", 340 pounds. And you can't Hulk smash guys that are 6'6", 340 pounds. So all they have to do is move their feet slightly and sumo wrestle him with the hands, and he can't get there. And it's unfortunate because I think he's the kind of guy that could get out there and he could hustle and work his way into 6, maybe 8 sacks, but that's it. He'll never be what he was proposed to be, this dynamic monster that can find his way through when you sometimes move him to defensive tackle and things like that. We only have the outlook of what he did while rehabbing a foot, so it's a little bit early to say, but we will watch this season. Hopefully he stands out and shows true. If he just gets double figure sacks, just 10, I don't need 11 or 12. If he gets 10, our defense is going to be top 5. See, so that's kind of big. If I was Max Crosby, I would go to him and say, bruh, whatever you need, man, cryobaric chambers, better masseuse, do you need a guy to cook your dinners, you get a better diet, get more sleep, whatever you need, bro. I want to get you there because if you get a 10 sacks, bruh, we're going to run this league. You know what I mean? Just tuning in, but I thought I heard they just found out that Justin Herbert had plantar fasciitis too. Michael Purifoy, there's so many things coming out of the Chargers. It's gotten annoying. I turn it off. It's all the Jim Harbaugh effect, and it's just super annoying. You would think he was Kim Kardashian male. You know what I mean? He brings that it's like he has a charisma, even though he's a nerd with these bottle Coke glasses and his tan khakis and his stupid smile and I've met him. Okay. Okay. He babbles. Ugh. That's official. Ugh. We have to figure out how to spell that. So I don't know if I believe it or not. I just think that he's probably hurt because he looked bad last year, and like Colton Miller, it's kind of carrying over because some of these injuries, the only way it works is time, and they don't like telling the fans that, so they'll disclose what they have to according to the rules, but they're not going to tell you anything else. What is Tyree doing in OTAs then? The same, no improvement technique-wise? Correct, Lucky Pace. And the biggest, most glaring thing that's starting to show is that he's pretty much 100% healthy now, and we're not seeing the explosion. We're not seeing the guy we saw in college that came off the ball, grabbed a guy, and threw him to the moon. He's not really even, trying to play that way anymore. It's just, I don't know if he's too in his head. You know what I mean? Maybe he's trying too hard to learn all these other things, when in reality, he should just stick to what he does. Hulk smash. It might be harder that way, but if that's what he does, hey, get stronger, get leaner, work on that cardio, and, get your max on. You know what I mean? I would sit with Max every day. I'm not saying he doesn't, because he probably does, but I would work on the move set, man. I would just work on the move set because he's got no speed. So you got to give him an inside swim, something simple that he can, beat a guy with his arms, get leverage, and then, push and lean into him. But he's in trouble. He's in trouble. I seen Chucky coaching up Kansas City Chiefs. Betrayal. I hope he isn't giving them secrets. Okay, first, Joey Rivera, of course he is. I mean, what are you talking about? I think you knew the answer to that right when you said it, or wrote it, I should say. Jesse Parker, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. There's my guy. What's up, Raider Speedy? Good to see you, brother. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming and checking in on me. Someone posted his from practice, and Tyree's name popped up a few times in them. Tanamoku, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not falling. He isn't falling off a cliff. It's just that there's some signs there that now that he's healthy, and we've had the chance to look at his practice habits, how he moves, his explosion or lack thereof, we got a really good look at it. He's slow. He's slow. I don't know if it's his weight. Maybe his weight's off. Maybe he's still getting his cardio right now that he's on the foot solid. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for him. I just know people are saying he's pretty damn healthy right now, and he's not getting off the ball. You know. I don't make the reports. I just report them. Miguel Garcia, 559 Fresno in the house. What's up? My first supporter ever. Hi, Anna. I hear both our quarterbacks are not looking good. No, John, initially that was the case, but we're starting to see glimpses of both quarterbacks moving the offenses down the field, where before you were only hearing about the defense because the offense wasn't able to really move the ball past them. Steven! Shaw! Go get him, Steven. Don't put up with nobody's mess, okay? If you want that, you go get it. It's an entirely different team, an entirely different offensive scheme, entirely different defensive scheme. There are no secrets for him to give. Jim, I can't, how do I say this? I couldn't disagree with you more. I know what you're saying, but I feel like it's information on players, how we think, Antonio Pierce, and so on and so forth. And I hope that you know he's bringing next to nothing. Not to mention, I mean, he'll do something like that just to rattle our feathers. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't see how John could have love for Raider Nation at this point. You know what I mean? Because even though the Raiders didn't do anything to him, Mark Davis didn't do anything to him, he had to fire him. He was put in a position where he had to fire him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, maybe he's mad at Davis because he didn't hold out with him. You know what I mean? But I don't know. KC Raider Nation is the house, Bear. It sure would be nice to see a whole lot of Raiders fans in KC for the Black Friday game. Marvin Suarez, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Appreciate that invite. John LaJoy, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Dustin Dutra, how you doing? Welcome to the show, bro. Nice beard skills. I like that. Bear, how you been? How's our team looking overall, in your opinion? First, Dustin, I've been great. My daughter just wrote her first book. It's going to be published very soon. It's going to be on store shelves very soon. Very excited to announce that. Also, my wife is killing it at her job, and we're just having a blast, and everything's going really well. Steven Shaw! One for the pinky. Kenny Blair! All the way from the land of whiskey and crumpets. And Dustin. Appreciate the love, Dustin Dutra. Let me show everyone what they're competing for. Whoa, tonight. Dustin Dutra, in case you tuned in late, I am auctioning tonight to the contributor of the most stars, I'm trying to get the angle right so you can really see it. My whiteout R8RBEAR. See, the letters are silver, so they're kind of cool, and then it's black, and then it's all against white. And this is my whiteout patch for the R8RBEAR. Then I have this chrome logo, Raiders logo for your car or truck. Holds on in the car washes. You don't have to worry about that. And then I have this sweet little gremlin wearing a Raider sweater with a Wu-Tang flag. And a Jack Skellington mask. And then the coup de grace, the license plate cover with this sweet white metal and these like blurred like looks of players and fans in the background. And then it's got the big bulky Raiders emblem and written out in the chrome. It's just super dope. And this is one of the newest designs they came out with by the NFL license plate frames. And I love it. So all those items, all of them, will go to the contributor of the most stars tonight. And remember, stars go. You know what? I forgot the most important thing. And of course, my fan card. That I'm holding upside down. Stupid. R8RBEAR Live, and I just sign it on the bottom. I will sign it and stuff. That makes it more valuable. John Leon, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. You know, DJ Glaze is looking good. I happen to really like that guy. Now, between Glaze, Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers Johnson, who's the other guy? Oh, God, it was so big. Brock Bowers, that's 4 guys right there that could really pan out for us in this draft and make that draft look real nice. You know what I mean? So it's looking good. I think it's looking good. Mark Tomlinson, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. He loves doing this to me. No, Mark Tomlinson, it's just supposed to be good afternoon, R8RBEAR, and that's it. Short and sweet. From Aotearoa, New Zealand. Go Raiders! Appreciate you, Mark Tomlinson. Much love, brother. I appreciate you always not minding my buffoonery. Steven Shaw! Okay, here we go. So put Wilson in the middle behind Wilkins instead of defensive end, and use Kuntz on the other end, opposite of Crosby. Jim, very solid analysis of football, very smart plan. That will work. But at the same time, he creates depth for us at defensive tackle. I don't mind that, but you got to get what he's worth, and we're not going to get what he's worth. Even if he gives us good play at defensive tackle, we're paying him buku bucks for, little play. To me, I take the guy right now while there's still interest in him. Teams like Dallas, Green Bay, they would talk to us. They need help there. If we made a deal with them and they gave us, say, a high second-round pick, high third-round pick, something like that, maybe 2 2s. That or low, a high and a low too. Because he's still got that name recognition. He was a first-round pick. I'm not sure how I feel about Gruden going over there. There had to be other options. Dustin, there obviously would be other options. I completely agree with you. But let me say this to you. There's not another option that would stick us in the eye quite as much as going to KC. But having said that, I don't think he has a job there. I don't think you're going to suddenly see him on the sidelines for them. I think that was more of just hazing. You know what I mean? Remember, he just kind of lost the gigantic lawsuit he has against the NFL. I reported it on my show, but for those of you who are tuned in that didn't hear about this, I'll just remind you really quickly. John Gruden's suing the NFL for God, Jesus level billions of dollars. And then the NFL allowed it to go to standard legal court. Now, instead of football court, which is arbitration. So they said, oh, okay, good. So Gruden takes it to a regular court. So as soon as they get to the regular court, the NFL flim-flams them and basically goes, Your Honor, they're out of bounds. This never should have went to legal court. This should be handled in arbitration, as all of this is football matters. If it goes back to arbitration, John Gruden's screwed. And what did the judge do? Picked up that gavel and screwed John Gruden. He doesn't need the money anyway, so screw him. This is all rich guy, revenge BS. I'm not interested. But he's not going to win now. He's just going to go through a long trial of nonsense, and then someone's going to say, the NFL wins and you don't go home. Okay, do you think we'll win the division this year? Meaning, do you think we'll have a better record than the Chiefs? All right, I put a lot of thought into this, and I'm going to demonstrate that here. I don't think so, Jim. I don't think so. I think we can make the playoffs, but as far as upsetting the Chiefs, can we beat them twice? We're not giving them enough respect if we're all just agreeing, oh, yeah, look what we did with this and that and our defense, blah, blah, blah. They're going for not just another championship. It would be a three-peat, guys. You know what I mean? I don't respect them because I don't like their franchise and I hate their colors and, so on and so forth, like a normal Raider fan. But I can't not acknowledge what they'd been doing. It's like having to acknowledge what the Patriots were doing. We didn't really have a choice. Even if they did cheat, they got away with it. They got away with it. So that's why I don't really even talk about it anymore. That's why the NFL got rid of the tuck rule. It doesn't even exist anymore. Some of you may not have known that. But the NFL, about 3-4 years after it all, had blown over, they went quietly over and went, yeah, we're deleting that rule. When have you ever seen a professional sport pick a one rule and say, hey, you know what? We decided this rule is not any good. After a massive controversy with Tom Brady, Charles Woodson knocking the ball free. Is it a fumble? Is it not a fumble? Was he pulling the ball back in? Was it tucking? Whatever. Not making myself mad again. We are in the best place we've been in years. Just need to get our quarterback situation underway. I'm on Team AOC. Let's go Raiders. Well, I think no matter what we do, though, we have that, cardiac kids kind of feel still. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a game or two we win 37-34. You know what I mean? There's going to be a game or two like that. And there shouldn't. But we're the Raiders. So... Raiders! That's right. If you don't want your cats startled or woken up, get them away from my show. My dogs are so used to it, they don't even jump anymore. No, that is an actual license plate cover, Jim, not just the frame. Steve Sweet said Brock Bowers is going to improve our offense. Steve, I have a feeling you're right about that, to be quite honest with you. I think Michael Mayer kind of flourishing in his rookie season and now kind of going, okay. I don't know how many of you saw it, but Michael Mayer did say in camp that he had that moment. The one where you're realizing, hey, I can play. I see what they're trying to do to me now, and that's pretty smart stuff. And they've got fast guys, but I can beat these coverages. I can get open. And you're seeing that from Mayer, and Brock Bowers, he brings that with him already. I feel like Michael Mayer had some things he still had to learn, but he had all the physical tools coming into camp. Physical specimen, always in good shape, great cardio, very coachable, a good kid. But on top of all that, just gifted physical skills. But his mind had to catch up to his body. I think now it will this year. And Brock Bowers, I think, is going to hit the ground running. I think Brock Bowers is a legitimate star. A star. I mean, I think that you're going to start to see Devontae Adams and him in commercials when they do boards and stuff. He's going to be that good. Brock Bowers is nice. We have a little weapon that's going to run all over the league. And it's going to look like Travis Kelce when he was young. I don't want to pump up Travis Kelce. I just mean like physical build. They're about the same. And Brock Bowers is a little faster. So, should be real interesting. Eric Jett, you have a great night, too. Love that profile pic. She looks beautiful. Wilson reminds me of a gallery drafted to play outside and ends up inside. Yeah. Unfortunately. Steven Shaw. Attaboy. Let's see. Mauricio Cortez. NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball do have the worst commish, guys. Yeah. I'd also heard undrafted wide receiver Keaton Ramel is impressing. So much so, he's third, I believe, on the depth chart as the second number 2 wide receiver. So it's Wilkerson, and then I think it's Trey Tucker, and then it's him over DJ Turner. Although right now on the depth chart, it has DJ Turner in front of him. I don't think that's the case. I think they just didn't update it. I think the eye test tells you Keaton Ramel is moving up the board. Nobody cares what our ex is doing. I don't care about what Gruden wears or the company he keeps. The season isn't about looking at the past. It's about Antonio Pierce's staff and the current roster. Way to set me straight, Anthony. I agree with everything you said, Anthony, so let me state something to that. I think Antonio Pierce is going to bring Raider football back to the Raiders, where we're going to see real running football that isn't just called just to do it. It's going to be to establish it. And a defense that's going to get us the ball back. And once we have a little bit of a lead, we start to let our quarterback, whichever one it may be, start to air out the ball a little bit and get us leads where we can kind of sit down and not be so stressed in the fourth quarter, and hopefully be up 27-17. That kind of thing, mid-fourth quarter, and we can kind of sit guys down and not get our starting quarterback hurt, whoever that may be, ultimately. Interesting bit of trivia about the tuck rule. Walt Coleman, the ref that made the call in 2001, retired after the 2018 season, and in all that time, he never worked another Raider game. Yeah, I kind of figured. Ramiro Cashflow Castro said Greg Biekert recovered that fumble. Yeah, he did, and he was one of my favorite linebackers. He was no nonsense, just get the job done, and he always did. There were times where his lack of athleticism was frustrating because the new NFL was just starting to blossom with these very athletic tight ends, where in the past, your tight end was always kind of a moose that could also turn and run a little bit and catch a ball. Well, now the NFL said, no, we're going to make that an attack position. And we're going to put some real athletes there, basketball player types. LeBron would be this era's perfect prototype tight end. Physical specimen, but not so much weight on him that he can't run like wide receivers, can't cover him with defensive backs and safeties because he's too big, can't cover him with safeties because they're too big so they're not as fast. It just creates a whole conundrum. And we have two that are going to do that. So it's going to be nice. Appreciate the love, Michael Guerrero. Karina! Hello, and Steven Shaw! And as we always do, we will tally up stars at the end of the show and then announce the winner shortly thereafter. Okay, and then also, the Gardner Minshew thing, as far as how he's been playing well now, and then they say, well, AOC is playing well now. I think that's true. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think it's the way that AOC plays. He moves the ball down the field, and Gardner Minshew does too. But Gardner Minshew has a little bit more flair in his game. Likes to, run right, run left, throw on the jump. But see, there's a balancing game that the coach has to decide. Is it too much flash and flair that it turns into turnovers and bad football? Or gets himself hurt, exposing his body on these run plays? Maybe sooner or later someone sees that and just drills him legally because they get there right as he's delivering the ball. And then suddenly we're out of our starter. And I would hate to see Gardner Minshew win the job and then lose it because he's running rollouts and trying to hit plays and gets blasted. And now he needs 3 weeks, and now we're going to bring out AOC? Again, not showing faith in him, which is what happened to him last time. It may have been Josh McDaniels, but it still happened. Mentally, he was brought in, he played bad, and immediately got benched again, which is ridiculous. We looked Bush League. Now, that was all Josh McDaniels' fault, but we looked like a high school team. You do not change at quarterback for one game, no matter how disastrous that one game was, and then just say, nope, he's not putting him back in there. Go sit down, kid. Oh, good. Why don't you just take a big stake and drive it into his heart, like you're trying to kill a vampire, because you just killed his confidence. But what happens? AOC gets with Antonio Pierce, works him over in the ears, says to him, kid, I believe in you, go out there and do it, and then he did it. Went 4-1 down the stretch. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm not trying to call anyone out, but I'm bothered by how much people don't believe in AOC with what he showed us he could do. He did show us that he has a strong enough arm. He has courage in the pocket. He has size. He can see over the line. But more importantly, he's smart. He's picking all of it up. The only thing that stands out about Gardner Minshew as compared to him is that Gardner Minshew has a flair for doing more exciting things with the ball. He can keep plays active with his feet. And that's fine. But that's when sometimes a quarterback, he's moving around, messing around with the ball, and suddenly someone just hits his wrist and the ball pops out. We see that with that guy, Kyler Murray, because he snaps the ball and he does two hands, but then as soon as he starts running around and gets wild, he starts just holding the ball with one hand. I don't want to see our quarterback doing that, even if he's good at it. I just don't like it. Why do you think the entire NFL philosophy changed the offensive line to that cup sort of shape to protect quarterbacks? Because quarterbacks, when they run, get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I just no. It makes me like nervous, the idea of either one of them really running around. I'm hopeful Tommy Eichenberg turns into what Greg Biekert was. Anthony Zirkle, there we agree 100%. I was really excited about Tommy Eichenberg when he was falling down the board and we still had a shot at him. I was screaming at the TV, and then to see them actually do it was just phenomenal. The guy was a dark horse linebacker where he was picked. He was really a prime guy at Ohio, and now you bring him into the Raiders system, and you already got people saying, man, when that kid starts to learn the little bit of this and a little bit of that about being a pro, he's going to be out there on that field. Because he's making plays, man. I mean, he's in camp, he's in practice, and he's making plays, man. And then on top of that, when you see him chiseled, ready to go, perfect conditioning, diet on point. For a young guy, that's rare. Has his diet on point, actually came into camp having gained a couple pounds of size, realizing that he'll lose weight as the season goes on from the rigors of game after game after game. And here we are now playing 17, talking about playing 18 games potentially in the next couple years. So who knows? All right, now my 2 cents, because we're right toward the end of the show here, and I wanted to give my 2 cents on what's going on with the special teams kickoff rule. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it or aren't familiar, here's how it works. You have the offensive line and their special teams. Then you have the defensive line and their special teams. Now, as a rule, what the kicker does is sets the ball up on a tee. He runs up and kicks the ball. But as soon as he starts running, his teammates can start running. And then once the ball is kicked, the opposing team's guys can start to run to meet them or back up or whatever the strategy may be. Now all that's flipped. Now what they're doing is they're putting the ball on a tee. They're putting the line for the defense and the line for the offense out there, but neither one of them can move even after the kick. Once the kicker kicks the ball, it has to go all the way to either a touchback or a catch from a kick returner who then will start to return the kick. The idea is that by making them wait until the kick returner catches the ball, it creates an even higher likelihood, and this is why you know the NFL is always trying to make the NFL more exciting. They want things to lean toward the offense. Well, think of how this leans toward the offense. They're not talking about this, but I already saw this. By allowing the offensive receiver, who is the special teams guy returning the kick, to see the field and all the blockers setting up in front of him while he's running, where in the past, everything's coming at you, you hear all the violence, and you're looking straight up waiting for the ball. Now, totally different energy. Now the ball comes all the way to him, whether he's looking at it or not. And then when he catches it and starts to look where guys are, no one's even moved yet because they can't move until he catches the ball. Now, personally, and I'm being honest with you, I liked it. I really did. I liked it. I liked the fact that it actually creates more of an opportunity for a good kick returner to see a lane, hit it, and they're gone. We're going to see more touchdowns from kick returns for sure. Because the way this is lined up, it just gives good kick returners longer sight lines to see where things are setting up. Is it on the left? Is it on the right? So even if you're not necessarily particularly good at your sight lines and seeing where blocks are, it's giving you a couple extra seconds to do that. So pretty cool. Pretty cool if you ask me. I like it. Because what we had before that was just touchback, 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 touchback. You know, the kicking was beginning to become mundane, unnecessary. You know what I mean? So, that's my guy right there. What's up, Shade Street? So, Anthony Zirkle, your wish is going to come. Yours and my wish is going to come true. I see no scenario where Eichenberg doesn't play by, like, week 6. And it'll only be that long because the defense will probably be playing pretty well. And then we might get a couple guys banged up, and then they'll insert him, and then he'll play so well he'll earn minutes. Corinna, hello, and Steven Shaw. And one more time for Dustin Dutra. I like that. Double D. Okay, no, that sounded bad. Excuse me. R8RBEAR, AOC out here looking like Matt Schaub 2.0. I don't know if that's good or bad. Matt Schaub was all right when he played well. Excuse me, got the hiccups now. Kenny Blair got me on Facebook and YouTube. That's my guy. Troy Gill, good night, Bear, and prayers to you and your family. Appreciate the love. Ramiro Castro, so the punts, I'm not sure. I don't think they made any real adjustments to punts. So you're still going to be able to take off on the punt. But that's a good question. I'll have to look that up. Because maybe they did change that. Because it would seem like you're going back to the problem of guys having a head start running down the field. And that's why kick returners and blockers were getting hurt. Because guys were able to build so much speed. Whereas now if they have to wait until the receiver actually catches the ball, it creates that moment where now when they start to run, they're not at full speed when they start to hit blocks and try to bring down the returner. Yes, Lucky Pace, that's a great point. You're going to need a Devin Hester type on Evan. For those of you who don't know, Devin Hester was a defensive back for the Bears who happened to be arguably one of the best, if not the best, kick return guys in history. He just had sight lines like nobody else. His speed was great. I mean, don't get me wrong, that helped because he was wide receiver speed. But his eyes were amazing. He could just catch the ball, look right, look left, kind of make one step, go, and then that's it. And he'd make everyone miss. He was incredible. So I don't see anyone being that good, but they'll be able to seem like they're that good because of the new rules. But that's a good point, Lucky. Steven Shaw, appreciate the love, brother. Always there. I remember Raider Devillion. Matt Schaub was, just a game manager. That had a decent arm. He was tall, but he was never going to be great. You know what I mean? He's just, just a guy. He's barely a starter. I would have said he was more of a backup. God bless you too, Steven Shaw. Appreciate the love. Devin Hester did play some wide receiver, Raider Devillion, but he was a defensive back too. The wide receiver stuff didn't come until later on in his career because he was trying to establish himself there too. Because the guy he was just gifted with his hands and his feet. They were trying to find ways to get him the ball more. I would have probably tried more at running back. They might have been worried about him taking a shot, at running back, so maybe I'm not speaking well right now about that, but who knows. All right, let me turn on my jam. Alexa, resume! All right, that's my show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force, for all you do. The energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice, active and veteran. Much love. Don't forget, get those last bids in. The Raider Chrome license plate cover, the Chrome Raider logo, team logo, the R8RBEARS patch, and my fan card. Oh, and the little Gremlin Raider patch. He's in here too, I think. I think I trapped him. Like, I kind of pinned him back here. It'll be in there when I mail it to you. Whoever wins, don't worry about it. All right, that's my show. Much love. And I will see you tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow. R8RBEAR family page. Oh, I'm right to the gong. Peace.